I feel these limbs are grown cold and numb. Take a good look at what I've become. There's a hole in my chest, and I don't think it's leaving room for anyone. Burning love, the arrest. Burning love, the arrest. Burning love, the arrest. Burning love, the arrest.
Hey guys, so today's video I have my 2014 favourites, like I mentioned in my December favourites video. And yeah, I'm just going to get straight into it because I have 14 of my favourites from this year, and I don't want this to be too long, so we'll just get started. First up, I have a concealer, which isn't a new discovery of mine. I've loved it for quite a while, and I know a lot of other people have as well, but it is just too much of an everyday product that I can't not mention in this video. So it is, of course, the Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer. I have the shade number 1 Fair. It is about £4.19 or £4.20. It is probably the best drugstore concealer I have come across. If you haven't heard of it, please go check it out because I guarantee you won't regret it. The next product isn't a particularly new purchase or discovery of mine. I've had this for a few years. I have repurchased it a few times. So this is the NYC Smooth Skin Bronzing Face Powder, and this is in the colour Sunny. Pretty sure this was kind of like a big thing a few years ago, like last year or something. I've discovered a few new bronzers recently, but I've really gotten into contouring this year. This has just kind of been my go-to product. It's only a few pounds, which is super good. I think you can find it in Superdrug. It's matte and it's not shimmery and it's not orange, so it's the perfect contouring colour. If you don't want to look too over bronzed, I prefer to go for like a natural bronze look, so this is a really nice version. So of course I have to mention my sleek xoxo special palette. I received this for my birthday in April of 2014, and ever since then this has been part of my everyday beauty regime. I've included it in so many videos. You guys are pretty sick of hearing about this. It's not a typical all neutrals or all bright palettes. It's got a nice mixture, both shimmery and matte shades. Really highly recommend this one if you want to go for kind of a palette that's a little bit different to your typical all neutrals or all shimmeries. This is just a really nice alternative, and the colours are so pigmented and they're really nice for everyday use. Sleek makeup in general I find is really good, so if you are wanting to try out a new brand and you haven't tried out anything from Sleek yet, I do recommend it. Yet another product which I feel like I have to include just because I've included it in so many videos. This is the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in the colour Milk. It's just a white eyeshadow eyeliner thing. You can use it for pretty much anything on your eyes. Mostly used it as a base primer for my eyeshadow because it keeps your eyeshadow on so long. It's amazing. I believe I showed this particular item in my favourites video for December, but in this video I'm just going to talk about the whole product in general and not just this specific flavour. So I just want to mention the Nivea lip butters because I have been obsessed with these, loved these this year. The caramel and vanilla ones are my absolute favourite. They're about £2 and you can buy them pretty much anywhere that sells lip balm. They leave your lips feeling so soft and I absolutely love them. Plus they prep your lips really nicely for a lip product. So the next product I don't actually have to show you because I've run out and I'm waiting to finish other products before repurchasing it, but I'm sure you've heard of it and I'm sure you've probably seen it in other people's favourites videos. It's the Garnier Micellar Cleansing Water. It's only about £3-4 and it lasts for ages. So if you're looking for a dupe for Bioderma and you don't really want to try out Bioderma or you don't want to have to keep repurchasing it, in my opinion, is just as good. The next item I only have 1 out of 2 to show you, but I'm just going to talk about the whole line in general. My favourite nail polish this year most likely going to be the Jelly High Shine Nail Paint by Barry M, and these are the pastel ones that I believe they brought out for spring. So this one here is Rose Hip, but my absolute favourite one was Huckleberry, and it's a light gorgeous pastel blue colour, and I wore that pretty much every day. The next item is another thing that I can't not mention because I have repurchased these so many times. So I'm just going to talk about the whole Tangle Teaser line in general. I haven't used an actual brush or a comb in so long since having this. So if you haven't tried these, again, I'm sure you have, and most of you probably have heard of them. Definitely try it out because they're a lot more expensive than normal hairbrushes, but you won't regret it. If you've been watching my videos since probably the start of the year and maybe the end of last year, you'll know how much I have loved the Victoria's Secret body spray in the scent Vanilla Lace. This is pretty much just a pure musky vanilla scent. You buy these in Victoria's Secret for £11, but I always got mine when they were on offer. I have a feeling that as soon as spring summertime rolls around again, I will be rolling back to this one because this is an absolute favourite. So I try to think of one clothing item that I have loved the most over this year, and I couldn't actually think of one because I feel like my style has changed a lot over the seasons of this whole year, and just loved a lot of different items. I couldn't really choose one. I think maybe a basic one that I'm gonna mention anyway is black skinny jeans. I know it seems so boring and it kind of goes without saying because I'm sure a lot of people love black skinny jeans, but that's just kind of been my staple this year. Next up is another item that I've used in so many makeup videos and I've talked about it a lot. This is the Maybelline Brow Drama Sculpting Brow Mascara in the shade Medium Brown. This is just a tinted brown mascara. On lazy days I will just apply this to my brows because it gives a bit of extra colour and fills them in a bit without you having to go over it fully. Or I like to fill in my eyebrows with like shadow or whatever and then go over the top and seal it in with this. Next up, I think I've kind of cheated a bit. I tried to find a favourite accessory and I couldn't think of one, again like the fashion item, because my style has changed so much over the year. So I'm gonna go for the easy and cheating option and just go with my Michael Kors watch, which I got for Christmas. I know I got this like 2-3 weeks ago, but I love it and I have worn it every day. I have worn watches a lot this year in general, and I just feel like watches have just been added to my style over this year, which I never used to wear, so watches in general. Once again, you will have seen me talk about this in a bunch of makeup videos, mostly tutorials. I'm going to include my Bourjois Healthy Mix Serum Foundation because this has kind of been my go-to foundation over this whole year and I absolutely love it. About a medium coverage, but it feels so light on your skin and it looks really natural. I have the colour 51 Light Vanilla, which I believe is the lightest one, so I think it looks really natural and you can get away with wearing this on a daily basis. I have another product which I don't have to show you because it's in my school bag downstairs, but it's of course my Maybelline Fit Me powder, which again I've used in so many videos. It's a really nice slightly pigmented powder, which means it does give a little bit of extra coverage, but it's so good at sealing your makeup, so I love just putting it underneath my eyes to seal in my concealer, and then in my T-zone where I get oily and I find that I don't really have to top it up during the day. They were my 14 favourites of 2014. Obviously there are a lot more that I couldn't mention. I think I've generally summed up the most used products in my makeup collection over this year. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you all had a very good 2014. I know it's a bit late now, but I haven't said it in my other videos because they've all been pre-recorded. So yeah, I hope you had a good 2014. Thank you so much for everything you've done for me over this year, and I really hope that together we can have a really nice 2015. Thank you so much for watching. I love you and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.